Hello, thank you for joining us for another edition of Citi News Daily. My name is Zoe Abu-Baidoo. In the headlines, a former Director General of the Ghana Education Service calls for the free senior high school policy to be targeted at students who genuinely need financial support. We have the details of this particular story and many others. Do stay. A former Director General of the Ghana Education Service, Charles Ahetor Tsegah, wants the yet-to-be-rolled-out free SHS policy to be targeted at students who genuinely need financial support. He says this was one of the proposals by some officials of the GES who carried out a research into the feasibility of the free SHS policy. Speaking to Citi News, Mr. Ahetor Tsegah said the policy can work if government does a proper targeting of those who truly need free SHS. Now, policy think tank Imani Ghana has also questioned how the government will fund this policy, which is scheduled to begin in September this year. But Mr. Ahetor Tsegah says delivering a totally free senior high school education is possible if the government is willing to make some needed financial sacrifices. And still on education, the West African Examination Council, WAEC, has commenced the examination for private candidates who registered for this year's Private Basic Education Certificate Examination, BECE. Over 1,300 candidates are expected to take part in the third edition in all 10 regional centers. In an interview with Citi News, the Public Relations Officer of WAEC, Agnes Taikujo, said the one-week examination is to give individuals who haven't had any formal education and those who missed out on the previous examination the opportunity to do so. The new Patriotic Party (NPP) says its government will not be blackmailed by party supporters to appoint metropolitan, municipal and district chief executives. There have been reports of some party supporters across the country protesting the appointment of some executives as MMDCEs, which in some instances have led to chaos. Addressing the press at the party's headquarters in Accra today, the acting general secretary of the party, John Boadu, says even though the president has the sole right to appoint MMDCEs, the party has internal processes to help him make the right choices for local governance. And moving on, the office of the Chief Imam, Sheikh Osmanu Nuhu Shaributu, has raised concerns about the newly constituted Hajj board, saying it is too partisan. This comes a few days after government released a 14-member committee chaired by former MPP MP and Minister Sheikh Isikwe. Some regional chief imams have reacted to the names, saying there was no consultation to include regional representatives. Speaking to Citi News, spokesperson for the Chief Imam, Sheikh Arimeyao Shaibu, says even the Chief Imam was not consulted. Meanwhile, the Ashanti Regional Chief Imam, Sheikh Abdul Mumin Harun, is suggesting that the board be dissolved and reconstituted to include regional representatives. And take you to our final story for today, where the medical director of Greater Accra Regional Hospital, Dr. Thomas Winsum Anaba, has rubbished claims by some staff of the hospital of mismanagement at the facility, resulting in financial stress. Some staff in the hospital say they have petitioned the office of the president about how Mr. Winsum is running the facility. But speaking to Citi News, Dr. Winsum said the allegations are merely to destroy his reputation. Meanwhile, patients hoping for improved medical attention at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, formerly called Ridge Hospital, may still have to wait a while longer. Former President John Mahama commissioned the $250 million facility, which has been stocked with some advanced medical equipment last year, assuring that Ghanaians will no longer have to travel abroad to seek medical attention. But speaking to Citi News Daily also, the medical director, Dr. Thomas Winsum Anaba, said there's a lot more to be done before the hospital can commence operations. And that's how we end today's edition of Citi News Daily on Citi TV. Thanks for watching.